All right, welcome back, guys. So this time around, we are focused on MTF, which is multi-time frame analysis. Okay, called top-down analysis. It's as simple as starting from higher time frame to identify your setup, going to lower time frame to look for entries. Okay, remember, guys, we are trading everything that we see on higher time frame on the lower time frame. Then just go to lower time frame because you see a setup and start buying or selling. Everything we analyze on higher time frame, that's what we are trading on lower time frame. If the higher time frame is giving us a selling opportunity and we are going to lower time frame and we are seeing a buying opportunity, yeah, you can counter trend, but it's best for you to wait for a selling opportunity on lower time frame. So it will be in line with higher time frame. Okay. So top down analysis, I'm going to start from daily. Remember, we're starting from monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hours, but we are just looking for structures, just like what I taught you guys on the previous video, structures that are very close to price. Okay. Looking at this one right here, you can see in order to get right, you have to look left. So let's assume price haven't gotten to this place. Look left to get right. Okay, we just have to identify this particular high with a ray line right there. You can see how price came right there to reject. So after identifying this high on higher time frame, we go to lower time frame to look for setup right here. Okay, we want to see how price is approaching here. What pattern is it creating? We are looking for a reversal pattern here. So are we getting an ascending channel or a double top? Okay, that's what we're going to do on lower time frame. So look left to get right. Same thing here. We have a low right here, and you can see on daily price is approaching that low. And if I should play this, if I should just bring this back, you can see what we have here. Oops, sorry, I'm trying to get rid of this thing. I don't need you anymore. Okay, so you can see how price came to this low, rejected, came back down correctively, and then start to impose up. So this is what you want to be looking for. Okay, this is what I want to teach you guys, how to look for trade setups like this. So top-down analysis, you start your analyzing your trade from higher time frame and using what? The one that is close to price. So highs and low, we can see, oh, price came down to this high right here. So we'll go to 4 hours now. We want to see how price approach the high. Okay, you see how price break out of the high impulsively, came back down impulsively again. Going to 1 hour, you can see what's happening here. So we started to look for patterns. So price breaks the high. We're asking how did it break the high? Yeah, it's cool for price to break our high because it will get a lot of people caught in the wrong place. They'll be thinking like, oh, it's a buying and it's no more a sell. But you see how it broke the high with an ascending channel and then it reversed back to the downside. Okay. So now you can see what price is doing. There is no clear signal now to take any trade at that high. Why? Because overall, this might just be a correction to continue to go up. Okay, but that's not clear yet. Why? Because of what we are seeing on higher time frame. So if I should go back to higher time frame now for you guys here, let me go back to higher time frame. So you see something. 4 hour. What do you see? Price impulse the upside and then impulse back down. Okay, so it's corrected the whole movement with an impulsive move. So there is no way for me to be looking for a buying setup, but we are getting a sell setup. So you just have to wait for price to give you signal. There's no clear signal for me to take a sell, even if I know market structure. And this is lower low, lower high, lower low, we're going to get lower high. Yeah, but I need a clear setup. What are we looking for in terms of continuation? We are looking for flag. Guys need to tell us that, oh, there's a flag now, we have to continue selling. That's when we believe that, oh, that's when we come into the market. Okay, so as we were taking a risk entry, we would have taken it from the top, but now we are looking for a continuation pattern, which is a flag. Okay, I know we get something like that here, but no, we don't get impulsive candles in the flag. It's always corrective, so you can't call that a flag, even if it's looking like one. Yeah, you will take that, you can still make money out of it. But I like something clear when I'm trading. I like to see something very clear. So that is how you do your top-down analysis. And when you are on lower time frame now, since you have seen all what is happening on higher time frame, you have to focus. Okay, since we have seen daily time frame now, looking at this chart, and don't forget we can also involve with the market also. We can always involve with the market. It helps a lot. Now looking at this top-down analysis here on Euro GDP now, look at this high right here. You see how price broke out of the high impulsively, came back down impulsively. So since if we are looking at this high, let me get rid of this. So if we're looking at to take a trade at this side, remember we don't just sell because price is here. We want to see how price gets there. We want to see a reversal pattern there, okay? So if we have to take this trade because of that high, see what's going to happen now. 4 hour, we're working our way down, we've seen what happened, impulse move down, back, 1 hour. Now, if we want to take the trade, we want an impulse and then the correction to start selling. But since you missed that already, now what are you going to do next? You have to focus now how you want to execute this trade. So you'll be like, oh, you need an impulse to the downside and then a flag. Okay, so this is more like forecasting. I'll do forecasting on the next video. So you can see that, oh, you just plan how you want to execute the trade. So now you just have to set where you're going to, how you're going to do it. And then you want to see, oh, TP at the low, stop loss going to be above flag. And then you just have to wait. So when you forecast like this, it will help you not to take any random setup you see. Though it's not going to be as perfect as this, but most of the time you're going to get something similar to this. I hope that makes sense. So when you forecast, just wait for price to do what you want it to do. You don't get what you want all the time, but at least you're going to get similar thing like this. Then you won't hesitate to take the trade. Why? Because you've planned the trade already ahead. Okay, so that's how you analyze on higher time frame going to lower time frame. EU right here, we can see all of these flags on EU. All of these flags on EU. So EU, let's look for where the drop started from. Right here, you can see what happened right here. It's simple. If we can go to higher time frame daily, where is price rejecting from? Remember, we are using the high close to price. If you say this high right here, you can say this high, you can say this high, you can say this high, but you see price rejected from that high. See how it came up, came back in. Okay, price rejected from this high right here, and then that's where we started getting those crazy drops from. Now, how would you get involved in a trade like this now? Simple. 4 hour, what are you looking for? How is price approaching there? The candles are getting smaller. We are having a trend line right here. We have this trend right here, Abby, on 4 hours, okay? Which means price is in an uptrend. 1 hour, what can you see when price got there? What did you see? Now that's where you would have gotten involved in the trade. Now you can take a risk entry from the high. Why? Because we remember this is a point where we have a daily rejection, more like our daily high. And then you can see we have a pattern there. Okay, we have this pattern, ascending channel. We have this ascending channel, which is a reversal pattern. So price broke the high correctively. Okay, giving us a pattern and then impulse down. Then you can see. So you can actually forecast this before it happens. Let's say when price would be somewhere around here, you can use the paintbrush tools and be like, oh man, you've seen the closest high, and then you just do something like this there. You execute the trade like this. When you have something like this, or you wait for a flag, anyone. So you put it like this, or you want to sell from there after the first impulse that price have rejected there, and then you sell to TP1 or to the low of this whole correction. Okay, so it's as easy as I just focus, plan your trade ahead. Now you can see it happened, and then what happened? Price created an ascending channel and then breakout, created a flag. That's where you would have set your entries and stop loss above. That you would have gotten involved in this trade. And then if you missed it, you just have to wait for another flag. Okay, if you don't like trading big correction like this, you can see there's always something inside of it for you to trade. Or you can wait for a clear flag just like this. So if you want to get involved in this, after you see the strong inputs, forecast. Same thing before all of this movement happen. We have an impulse already. Now you just have to say you wait for flag and then you sell off. So how would you execute the trade? You don't really have to do this. Just say you wait for flag like this, sell flag. Okay, so you just wait for that. So when you get that, you know what you're looking for, and you send it to anywhere. Stop loss is going to be like this, and then when it happens, you won't hesitate to take the trade because it already happened the same way you forecast it. Okay, so that's top-down analysis for you. Starting your markup from higher time frame, going to lower time frame to look for entries, and while you are doing that, you are forecasting. Okay, so that's all for now, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which is our entry types, how we get to enter a trade. All right, bye.